No people, no words, no energy, no need to engage, no need to charm, no need to reassure, no need to perform, no need to stimulate or be stimulated, no need to entertain or be entertained, no desire to entertain or be entertained. New Zealand, Auckland, Art Gallery, the cafe. No need to be anywhere else at all in Auckland. Do Ho Sue's stunning, bright green, sewn studio of his father's hanging in the soaring lobby of the National Art Gallery. Sheer. Every brick sewn. Now my blood is rushing to my stomach to digest beautiful nutrition. Corn, pea, chicken, parsley, fine black pepper, and the thinnest noodles I've ever seen soup. And vegan haven, pureed beetroot, avo mash, roasted tomato, lettuce and sweet dressing, mushrooms and potato croquettes. A welcome savory feast for breakfast, replete with small toasted sourdough. I don't have to leave. Standing under the massive arms of the multi-hundred-year-old Morton fig tree in Albert Park, I waited for this cafe to open, sitting on one of its 4-foot-high roots, maybe 3 feet high, while its leaves fluttered and rustled in the wind far above me, began this day. This book in the gift shop, this pen that matches with stripes, one green like the book, are all I need. The message is right here. Right here. In the cool shade, open and available, sitting at a 4-person table surrounded by no one, above traffic. Quiet, at peace, silent in the midst of relaxed Auckland activity, construction, buses, voices, gatherings of children in school uniforms, touring the museum with their docents and teachers. Happy. There is a dark green logo on the building across from me that looks like the fish hooks I gave myself in Queenstown. Greenstone, jade, punamu, from the river Grey at Greymouth, robin lines sculpted a profoundly healing head of a grinning dragon out of a uniquely gorgeous piece of brilliant green. I gave myself the stone and the feel and chatoyancy. There it is, on the building across from me. I will give myself an electric tea kettle. The one at Andy's place in Fox Glacier was ideal, if too big for my space. The design is incredibly flowing to the human hand. I know I want to change rooms and purchase charging bits and to nothing. This morning I thought I was overdressed. I'm not now. I'm warm enough that the cold feels good. September 11th, 2025. I began my Auckland day by asking James at Best Ugly Bagels if he'd like me to video conversation with me. Sure. The net effect, both of us smiling at each other. That's funny. I began my Auckland day by asking James at Best Ugly Bagels if he'd like me to video a conversation with him. And it's funny that I wrote me, but that is more accurate. I began my Auckland day by asking James at Best Ugly Bagels if he'd like me to video a conversation with him. Sure. The net effect, both of us smiling at each other. Both of us smiling at each other. Me smiling ear to ear as he's talking. Me smiling. Me smiling for an hour afterwards. When's a good time for you? Now is good. The spontaneity is thrilling. We talked until his next customer came in. We agreed to continue the conversation. We agreed to continue the conversation tomorrow at 3:30. September 12th, 2025. What is better than sitting sheltered outside from blustery weather, eating corn and chicken soup with peas in it and the tiniest pieces of rice noodles, so much thinner than angel hair. What are they? The wind is so brisk. The gallery's banners flap, making a noise that sounds like heavy boards falling on the road as they are dragged by a truck. So many thoughts about how to spend this last day until I landed here at Depot. I want this bar table and these table-high bar chairs made of hollowed rectangle of wood with a simple small beam inside as a footrest. The top of the rectangle is carved out as a seat. I'm thinking of Al Brown, who is the creator chef of the Depot, the Federalist, Best Ugly Bagels. His aesthetic is mine. I described it as rustic elegance to James, who liked it. The snapper sliders are breakfast. The jade green metal water cups with the patina of silver metal age are insanely appealing. I want this table set in my kitchen. How? The metal cup invokes the emerald, jade, and shallow bays, milky pastel, depression glass green of New Zealand. The brushed silver metal, the snow, rain, and winter skies, and the reflection on the wide waters. I want to eat in such a way that food left on my plate as I'm eating is aesthetically appealing to me. I'm not wanting to leave these colors: moss green, fire orange, and fire orange and red orange, char, ivory, and deer fawn brown, and this cool gray air, and this chair. Andrew Misson, Fontaine, not Fontaine, Fernet, Andrew Misson. So this is where Al showed up. Yeah. Andrew Misson, furniture maker for Al Brown. Gisborne. Al2 at albrown.co.nz. Batches and Cribs, North Island, South Island. September 14th. Okay, magic. I walked out of Novotel, down a ramp, and essentially right into the international terminal, the epitome of relaxed travel. All of the flights listed on the departure boards have the word relax next to the flight. What we see is a row of relax, 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 from top to bottom. I'm trying to remember what Al Brown said. The 3 words he said was his brand. My instant response was, what a brand. They were something like love, friendship, and peace, or warmth. They were very love-based. He came up quietly behind me and said, in a gentle, warm voice that was surprisingly soft and resonant, very clear, young, not the mature, almost bellow he used when he saw his friends. It was beautiful. The next thing he said was, beautiful handwriting. I asked him if he designed the furniture, or is this your aesthetic? He said, yes, you and I are the same person. I want to take this home with me. He started telling me details so I could acquire it. Then he stopped and said, I want to give you something. He went away and came back with his book about Depot and put it down hard on the table. Somewhere early, I said I was from LA. As he left, he said, pass it around. There's more to the exchange, but the voice, the brand, the gift are the wheat. The sojourn begins with Best Ugly Bagels, incredible warmth from James and the lovely man who asked about the fires. It also began with Marmite that James introduced me to carefully. I sat in front of the fire as he added more Marmite at my request to taste what he would taste. The adventure, ended with Best Ugly Bagels, videoing James in conversation with me, being at Depot when Al Brown showed up unannounced as I was wallowing in my ideal, taking home a gift from the creator of Best Ugly Bagels, and eating a Marmite bagel for breakfast the day I leave. Of course, as if made for me by James.